So our panel today represents different areas of the country and different sectors of the beef industry. So it'll be interesting to hear their views on exports. And Kevin, let's start with you. It might seem like a simple question, but from your own experience, why are exports so important to cattlemen and cattlewomen here at home?
Exports are very important for the future success of our industry. As we go along, they're going to represent 15, 20, 25, 30% of our total volume of income. So looking down the road for my family's success in the ranch back in California, our export market is where our success is going to be, because 95% or more of the world's population is outside of the borders of the U.S. So the U.S. consumer can support our base, but for our growth, it's going to really be represented in exports.
An important thing to add on to that is the products that many of our customers in export countries rely and seek after are not highly valued domestically. An example might be the tongue, the short plate, the liver, all products that have some level of consumption here domestically, but nowhere near what we can achieve internationally, and then also looking at the price that those products command. So the export markets generate a great opportunity to increase the value of those carcasses.
You know, with retail beef prices that can often seem high here at home, Renee, maybe explain why we export beef instead of selling all of our products to our own U.S. consumers.
Well, as Jack mentioned, we've got a lot of products that our consumers here in the U.S. won't eat, not customarily, and that's where a lovely part of the export business goes. I'm going to speak a little differently from a live cattle export, because that's what I do. Strickland Ranch and Exports is not just a cow-calf producer, but we also export live animals. And other countries are wanting our good genetics to improve the genetics of the cattle in their country. So that's a whole nother market for our cattle producers here in the U.S., is to be able to offer good seed stock, good genetics to improve the genetics in the other countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another example of that is with these products that we're exporting. Most of them are not products that we're using. The tongue, for example. When the cow that stole Christmas happened, the value of the tongue dropped $10 a head per animal. That's huge when you talk about the amount of cattle that we produce here in the United States.
You know, oftentimes we get stuck on thinking about our export markets only have to do with Asia, but to the contrary, Kevin, the world really is open for U.S. beef.
It is, and it's hugely important to get these trade agreements passed so we're all on a level playing field. So it's a big deal to not only get TPP passed, but we have a European Union agreement that we're in negotiations with called TTIP and things like that. So it's very important to get these agreements passed where we're on a level playing field, and we can win if we do that.
Yeah.
Russell, that point can't be overstated enough. You talked about the world being open to U.S. beef. It is, but we need to ensure that it's open equitably and that we have a level playing field and that our U.S. producers have the opportunity to compete on a fair and even field. And that's what TPP will offer us in these countries. And then hopefully the benefit of a successful TPP agreement will be future agreements with other countries.
All right, some good discussion so far, and we have a lot more ground to cover before we're all through.